Think you're always the good guy? You might be surprised. Welcome to Man of Thoughts, where today we're peeling back the layers on a rather shadowy aspect of human interaction: manipulation. Often cloaked in everyday behaviors, manipulation can slide under the radar, unnoticed even by those wielding it. We're about to explore what manipulation really looks like in daily exchanges, and how it's not always as overt as one might think. Stay tuned as we delve into the subtle signs of manipulation you might be exhibiting without even realizing. Ever drown someone in compliments to get what you want? Indeed, compliments can uplift spirits, but they can also subtly manipulate. Let's delve into how excessive praise might not always come from a place of sincerity. Picture this. Alex invites his friend Sam to dinner. Instead of simply asking where Sam would like to eat, Alex inundates him with compliments about his great taste and judgment, particularly emphasizing that Sam always picks the best spots. On the surface, Alex's words seem benign, even kind, but there's a twist. Alex consistently uses this flattery to steer Sam's choices towards restaurants Alex prefers, never really considering Sam's opinion. This tactic, often unnoticed, is a classic example of manipulation through excessive compliments. It's a strategy to influence decisions under the guise of admiration. By overdoing the praise, the manipulator, like Alex, subtly bends the will of others to their own desires without direct coercion. So next time you compliment, think about why you're doing it. Do you often remind people about the favors you've done? Guilt tripping, a subtle yet powerful form of manipulation, can often go unnoticed. It's when someone uses your emotions to compel you to act in a certain way, often by reminding you of past favors or sacrifices they've made on your behalf. Imagine a friend. Let's call him Alex. Alex frequently mentions how he helped you move last year, attended every birthday party, and always supported your endeavors. Now he's asking you to lend him some money or to help him with a project. You might feel a tug of obligation, a sense that you owe him. This is guilt tripping at work. The key here is the recurring pattern. It's not just about a single instance. It's the repeated use of past favors to enforce a sense of indebtedness, making you feel like you must reciprocate, often beyond what might seem reasonable. Remember, true kindness doesn't come with strings attached. Ever made someone question their own memory or feelings? This might be a sign of what's termed as gaslighting light, a subtle yet potent form of manipulation. Unlike its more aggressive counterpart, gaslighting light often goes unnoticed because it's woven into everyday interactions. Imagine a scenario where, after a heated argument, one partner tells the other, "You're just too sensitive," or "You're remembering it wrong." This isn't just an innocent comment. It's a deliberate attempt to make someone doubt their feelings and memories. The partner might downplay the incident, suggesting that the reaction was out of proportion, effectively shifting the blame and making the other person feel irrational. These maneuvers are not about outright denial, but about subtly altering someone's perception of reality. They create a fog of doubt that makes the person question their judgment and ultimately their sanity. It's crucial to recognize these signs in interactions. It's subtle, but it's still manipulation. Silent treatments and backhanded compliments. Ring any bells? Passive aggressiveness might not come with a loud bang, but its impact can resonate just as profoundly. This behavior seeps into interactions as a manipulative tactic, often cloaked in subtlety and deniability. Imagine a typical office scenario. A colleague, let's call him John, is upset about not being invited to a project meeting. Instead of expressing his feelings directly, John opts for sarcasm, commenting on the stellar communication skills of the team. He might follow this with days of giving the silent treatment to those involved. Here, John's sarcasm and silence serve as weapons, his displeasure masked yet palpable, leaving his coworkers confused and uneasy. Such actions are not just about expressing unhappiness, but controlling the emotional climate of a group. By not addressing issues openly, passive-aggressive individuals manipulate others, fostering an environment of uncertainty and guilt. Passive aggression is a silent manipulator's tool. Do you often find yourself as the victim in most stories you tell? When someone consistently portrays themselves as the eternal sufferer in every situation, It might be more than just a streak of bad luck. This tactic, known as playing the victim, can be a subtle form of manipulation. Imagine a scenario in a workplace where an individual, let's call him John, often shares stories about how he's unfairly burdened or targeted by colleagues or management. By exaggerating his hardships, John paints a vivid picture of himself as the beleaguered hero, struggling against unjust odds. His colleagues, moved by his tales, might offer their sympathy and support, often excusing him from criticism or additional responsibilities. What's truly happening here? John is manipulating the emotional responses of those around him. By casting himself in the role of the victim, he not only garners unwarranted sympathy but also effectively diverts attention from any legitimate critique of his actions or behavior. Victimhood can sometimes be a cloak for manipulation. Think omitting details isn't a big deal? Consider this. Withholding information is not just about keeping secrets. It's a strategic maneuver in the chess game of human interactions. It's the art of controlling what others know, thereby managing how they react and make decisions. Imagine you're in a business setting. A manager is preparing a report on potential investments. By selectively omitting that one of the investment opportunities has a history of legal issues, the manager can skew the team's decision towards what they personally favor. It's subtle, yet profoundly impactful. The team, unaware of the full picture, leans into a decision based more on curated information than complete truth. This tactic isn't confined to the boardroom. It plays out in personal relationships, negotiations, and even casual conversations. It's about power, influence, and sometimes deception. The key takeaway here is the intention behind the omission. It's not always malicious, but it is always manipulative. What you don't say can sometimes speak volumes. Recognizing these signs in ourselves can be challenging, but it's crucial. Today we've explored 6 subtle yet significant signs of manipulation: excessive compliments, guilt-tripping, gaslighting, passive aggressiveness, playing the victim, and withholding information. Each of these behaviors can unknowingly sabotage our relationships. Reflecting on our own actions and their impacts isn't just about self-improvement. It's about creating more honest and supportive connections with those around us. Keep these signs in mind to foster healthier, more genuine interactions. Until next time, this is Man of Thoughts, signing off.